Well, good morning, everyone. I think this video is going to be kind of a mixed match of a little bit of everything, but at first here, I am going to start running some plumbing. The product I'm going to use is this PEX. As you see, it's red for hot and blue for cold. Comes in rolls or 10-foot sticks, which tend to be straighter than this, but because I hauled it in the back of my pickup, I had to fold it. And these are the couplers, and then the cinch ring. Basically what you do, slide the ring on, insert the coupler to where it's like that, and then you cinch it down with this tool here. The end of that cinch ring goes in there, and then you squeeze the handle and that tightens the ring up. So once you cinch them, I've never had an issue with them leaking after the fact. So although I have forgotten to cinch a couple over the past years and stuff to where they do then leak, but it's a nice little system. There's a couple different types of those rings. One's the cinch style, and because I have the tool for it, that's what I'm using. And then there's a solid ring where the tool goes over the top of it and compresses the whole thing. But because I have the tool for it, I'll be using this style. I'm not a fan of going on exterior walls with water lines, but in this case I'm gonna almost have to, because there's no feasible way of getting water to this sink from over there. So what I'm going to do is drill holes close to the outside and then put the metal strips over the top so I don't drive a screw through them. And I only have to be on the outside wall, you know, from underneath that window up this cavity, and then come back through up in that landing on the stairs. And once I'm through there, I can run my water lines, feed my toilet on the left hand side, because that's where most of the water jackets are, or the water inlets are for the toilet. I'll punch it through this wall instead of the back wall, because the little toilet will be centered under this window. And then from there, I can pick up for my shower. I'm not sure which side I want. I think I'm going to put the shower head on this side and run it up through again, and then back down to the basin or the sink. So I got kind of a game plan in mind. Like I said, I'm trying to keep water lines outside of, or out of exterior walls as much as possible, but in this case there's just no good way. And drain lines all go underneath, so I'm not too concerned about them. But anyhow, I'm going to get to work and let you guys enjoy. Forgot to mention, this is the tool for cutting this stuff. Probably didn't have to open it up quite that far, but and we slide a ring on there, and in this case it has to be an elbow. This is where I'm going to stuff it through the wall. I'm not going to get fancy because it's all going to be buried in a cabinet, so otherwise they make crossovers for setting these through. But it's getting reset into a cabinet, so I'm not too concerned about it. And just like that, and that one's set. Same with the red one. anyhow, guys, that's as easy as that. I just finished clamping all them, and that's all there is to it. So now I gotta finish drilling my holes. I'm gonna come up this edge of this wall and then through there, and then I can run everything through the floor. Okay, now that I got these water lines run, I can finish insulating this wall and then make a trip to Menards and start buying some drywall. I'm pulling this craft face off because, as I've said multiple times in the videos, the vapor barrier is already on here, and I don't want to create a moisture issue in the wall cavity. This was just a roll that was in the storage shed, so you might as well burn this up. Okay guys, today we're gonna put some stairs on the storage shed. I figured I'd show everyone how I get the measurements. Guys, I'm gonna get my finished height to the staircase by sticking a level out there, coming back a few feet because I know it's gonna be at least 3 steps, probably 4 or 5. And I'm gonna get my height to the finished, which is 33 inches on the level. And then, because I know I can't go more than 7 3/4 inch per rise, I divide that by 7 3/4 and see how many stairs I have, and then so I divide 33 by 7.75, gives me 4.2 steps, which means I have to go to 5 steps. So then I go back and do 33 divided by 5 equals 6.6 inches. So that would be 6.6 would be right around 6 9/16, somewhere in that area. And that'll be my rise. And then my run, because we're supposed to have, I believe, 11.5 inches of surface. So what we do is cut back in 10 inches. So I'll be coming out with 5 steps, 50 inches. That's rise and run. My run is 10 inches per step, and my rise is 6 9/16. So with those numbers, I can actually start laying out my stringers for the stairs. So now that we have the rise and run, I can go ahead and start laying these out. So we already know that we got a 10-inch run, and we want a 6 9/16 rise. We're going to go ahead and put the outer edge on 10 and the outer edge on 6 9/16. And that will give me my rise and run. Again, 10 inches. Six 9/16. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be our 5th one here. And what we do is come back, square this edge at our 10. And this will be what goes up against the building. And then down here, I know brown tree's probably hard to see on the camera, but now, like I said earlier, our rise is 6 9/16, but in this case I have to drop for the amount of our 5/4 decking. So what I do is just subtract 1 1/4 from the 6 9/16, and that will give me my height on the first tread. So that's a nice low step. To go higher than that, I would have been over the 7 3/4, which is our building code in our area. Now, I don't know if you can really see this very well, but now that'll be what sits on the ground. This is 1 1/4 inches lower because that's the thickness of my decking that I'm putting on the stair treads. And then every one of these other ones will be the same. But anyhow, that's your layout. Like I said, it's kind of hard to see in the camera. But now I go by, cut this out, and I have to put a 2x4 notch here, and I'm going to put one here to tie all these together. Unfortunately, it's a bit noisy in the background because I had to fire up the generator. And because I'm going to be doing multiple cuts, I'm going to cheat and keep the gate open by using a pencil. Not advised if you're a newbie at this. Then we go ahead and take a jigsaw, or in my case a sawzall, after getting all the pieces removed. So now what we'll do is just make sure that we're 1 1/4 inches down from my finished spot, because that's the 1 1/4 inches for my decking. And go ahead and throw a plumb on there. And that is just about perfect. So now I'll cut 3 more of these out using this as the template. And then I'll get back to you guys. And now that I got my stair stringers all cut out, I'm going to cut a couple 40-inch 2x4s for this this notch here, and this notch down here, and that should tie the stairs together. And then what I'll do is go ahead and hang it across there 1 1/4 inches below, or 1 3/8 below the threshold, and then start putting my treads and backers on. So now that I got this level and pretty square, I'm going to go ahead and cut my backers for the back sides of the riser, and then my treads. We're just going to double up the brown treat for the actual treads, and I will get going on that. Now I'll go ahead and cut the treads and put them on. So again, stay tuned. Okay guys, there you have it. Just a simple little set of stairs for the storage shed. Now originally this was supposed to have a small landing here and go down that way towards the wood shed, you know, just 3 feet out, and then the door was supposed to swing in. But seeing how I got a free door, it's not the most prime thing to do, have the door opening up onto the steps, but it'll work for me. Nice and solid, and no longer having to use the rickety little ladder. So that's always a plus. But yeah, nice easy climb. So when I haul weighted stuff in here. But anyhow, on to the next thing. And I think that's going to be the damage that was caused by the bear. Well, it's just like the bear was never here. Pretty impressive with this, with all this rough cut lumber in here. Dang thing's pretty square. Well guys, first an Eagle Brewery banana bread beer before I get up there and screw off the sheets. Every now and then a guy feels like he wants to have something a little different, and actually pretty good beer. Dang good beer. Anyhow, I'll finish this up and then start screwing off that drywall. Well guys, instead of listening to the generator while I'm screwing the sheetrock off, we're going to try this Afery power station, or Afery. They sent it to me to test out and do a review on, so I'm going to start testing it while I'm screwing sheetrock off. Well, it doesn't come anywhere close to the 1200 watts that this thing's rated for, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, seeing how it's quiet. That power station sure works nice. Good quiet power. Well guys, I think this will probably be the end of the video. Maybe on the next cabin video I'll have some more drywall here and be able to start shooting it up on these walls. But in the meantime, there's going to be, probably on Wednesday, I'm going to release one. I've gotten a whole bunch of requests for doing some reviews from pretty decent companies, so I'm going to go ahead and do them, including this Afery, I think, or Afery, one or the other. You know, power station, amongst a few other things. But I'm going to try to release them on maybe Wednesdays so people don't get all ticked off at me for doing review videos on their Sundays. And with luck, maybe next Sunday I'll have more drywall in here for the week and try to get some more of this covered up. I still got a little bit of plumbing and a bit of electric in these rooms here. So I'll try to get that taken care of, but in the meantime, the main portion of the building here is pretty much ready to sheetrock. Although I do have to try to get a wall furnace that I want to put in here. It's going to go in this cavity. It's a gravity fed. When we were installing the cook stove, we were talking about it, me and Bruce. I think I'm going to go for propane fired, just for those days when a guy doesn't either one be here or doesn't feel like getting up 10 times a night to feed the fire. But anyhow, that's kind of the game plan. I'm going to try to get another cabin video out next weekend. And then sometime this week I want to start doing some of these reviews. I'm getting behind on them. One of the things that have to do with the garden. And then that power station, obviously. A few other things. But anyhow, until next time, guys. I hope everybody's staying safe out there and enjoying life. And we will see everybody on the next one. Thanks for watching.